Alright, this is the cow pasture from this winter. They also ran on all of that. Got my laying birds out here cleaning up corn. My cleanup crew. Got the big cows locked in from that post, 50, 100, 150, 200 feet by 200 feet square. You can see red cow down there dropping corn like a mother. That's why there's so much corn on the ground. Chickens, I don't really have to feed them much of anything right now. They're going through and they're scraping all the old cow patties away. You can tell that this area was all scraped up. They went through and picked the corn, ate some of the new grass in it, found some bugs, whatnots. Yeah, so I'm not feeding my laying hens almost anything. I've probably fed them 10 pounds of food in the last 2 weeks maybe. And they probably went through, how many pounds of food you guys think you went through? 10 pounds every 2 days? So they're doing pretty good now. Yeah, that's them. New video for, screw it. I'll just cut this video into a bunch of little pieces. Those are the Dexters. One of them's Rowdy Calf. Rowdy Calf's here on the far end. She's Angus Simmental mix, pretty sure. She's pulled, so. And then we got our 4 feeders that go to food here. I go to the butcher June 18th. They normally hang for a week or 2, so I should get them back in time for 4th of July. Anyone wants some nice ribeyes, get a hold of me. Those are our Dexters. When I get back from AI, artificial insemination, and embryo school, Rowdy Calf will get, well, she's got a little while, but she'll get a nice tube of, what the fuck am I thinking of? Angus semen. 3 Dexters out there will get purebred Dexter semen. The one red one right there is actually AD, American Dexter Cattle Association, ADCA. She's registered to them and the PDCA. Yeah, so she's all registered. The other 2 we're just hoping to get a couple good looking steers out of so I can cut them up and see what a Dexter's steak tastes like. That's our hay wagon. I used it for about 2 weeks this year, and then learned the method of throwing the hay on the ground to reseed this old wore out field, and fertilize it a little bit. I mean, they took hay off this field for 20 years and never put anything back to it. Well, now it's time to rebuild the field. So I want to run cattle here for the next, good 20 years. So hopefully in 20 years, this field will be 4 times what it was, with a lot more biodiversity. And, well, that's a better salad bar for the cows. If you only eat romaine lettuce your whole life, you're probably not going to grow worth a shit. But you put a couple steaks in there, you'll get pretty big pretty quick. Granted, cows aren't eating steaks. They're eating Timothy. There's a little clover mixed in. There's a little alfalfa. There's some orchard grass. And then a bunch of other variety of grasses and whatnots that grew out of the fields that I bought this hay from. I think that stuff's a little bit more Timothy, orchard grass, probably alfalfa and clover. I try not to give it to those guys because the Dexters seem to like to bloat. So we feed them pretty much all just grass. That's their couple bales that they got left. They don't even care to eat it, as you can tell. Rowdy Calf's chewing on a little hay, and so is Red Cow there, but Butters is like, fuck this, I'm going to find me some green. I'm going to find me some green grass. If you look in the far back there, way in the back, there's a bright green spot. That's a little swamp area. And yeah, I'm gonna split this field up a bit more this year. I'm hoping to get close to 40 head of Black Angus in the next 2-3 years on this field. All of them I'll transfer embryos into of Red Wagyu and then sell those to ranchers out west, down south, and all over Kingdom Come. Maybe if I can get a good enough hookup with some restaurants here in Michigan, maybe I'll keep a few Akashi and try to run them. Actually, I need to get a hold of my Aunt Sherry, who was married to my Uncle Troy, and they were 2 or 3 times world champion. I think they were back-to-back world champ, Jack Daniel's barbecue world champions. I wonder if she knows any of the high-end restaurant chefs or whatnots, and see if I can get talking to them. If you want to be a cattleman, you got to be a marketer. If you want, pretty much, if you want to make it in this world, if you want to do construction, you got to be able to market yourself. You want to run cattle, you got to be able to market them. You're only going to make as much money as good as you are at marketing. The people you get in front of your cattle. You take a cow to an auction, you don't make sure there's $1 million buyers there, you ain't going to get $1 million. There's only a bunch of broke Tom, Dick, and Harrys. You're going to get a bunch of broke Tom and Dick and Harrys bidding on your cows. You ain't going to make no damn money. So, you need to make sure the big boys are in the crowd when you go to sell your cows. I don't know that I'm doing my cows 100% right. I ran them on grass all summer. I didn't give them much hay really at all. Or not hay, fuck. Yeah, they didn't get hay at all last summer. They got hay all winter, obviously, and then they still have free choice hay. But I didn't give them any grain. They just started getting grain about a month ago, and they're really putting on some weight. I hope that that's intermuscular weight and not just fat across the top, because I really am hoping for choice to prime cuts out of at least that center one piglet. And yeah, that's where we're at with that. Hoping to get $4.50 a pound plus processing for good old piglet, and then $4.35 for her red cow, and $4.25 for those two. Honestly, I should put him at $4.35 too. I mean, the guy that I talked to that I bought those hay bales from, he charges $5 a pound plus processing, and he doesn't wiggle on it. But most of his feed, or most of his cows are prime cut cows. He's had the same genetics on his farm for 30-40 years. They feed a lot of grain, so the meat's always nicely marbled. So I guess until I see these cows cut open and see what their asses look like, see what them ribeyes look like, I'm not gonna really know what they're gonna look like, and I don't know how much I should really honestly charge for them. Fuck, piglet grades out at prime. I'm not gonna take anything less than $5 a pound for him, because there's people out there who will pay it. I just have to market it good enough and get him in front of Jesus Christ. You see all that corn 236 just spilled? Ah damn, I need to get a big ass feed trough, so then their corn, they can't tip it over and spill all the corn on the ground. But alright, well, that's my rant and rave for the night. Everyone have a good night. And yeah. You hear the frogs out in the swamp? Fucking going crazy right now. So yeah. Yep, let's see what we can't figure out how to do in this life. Honestly, I don't think I'm doing this YouTube shit for anyone. I think this YouTube shit's just going to be my way of cataloging all my shit. And then if I die one day, my boy's going to have plenty of voice for me talking about the dumb shit that I'm trying to do. And yeah, this is me. Hello. I don't show my face very often, but my little man might like to see what I look like one day. Either that or my baby girl Nora. So I love you guys. And don't forget, Unc and Daddy loves you. Have a good one, guys. Bye.